Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode here on Dangerous African Confessions HD. In this episode, we have the continuation of the confession from the pastor from the coastal areas of West Africa, Ghana, who was telling us how he encountered the queen of the marine world, and what the queen got her to do even as a pastor. To get to know what really happened between the queen of the marine world and the pastor, let us go and listen to this message he wants to share with us. And don't forget to please subscribe if this is your first time, like and share this video so others can listen to it as well. And also hit the notification bell, so you will be notified anytime we upload videos of this nature.
The queen revealed that blood offerings were necessary for me to be able to channel her strength fully. Though at first, I resisted this idea, believing it to be too extreme. To be fair, I ultimately succumbed to the pressure of maintaining my powers. I had to convince the small group of devoted church members that a ritual involving their own blood would symbolize their commitment to the marine world and their faith in me as their leader. This act was framed as a sacred covenant, a way to forge an unbreakable bond with the ocean and its mysteries. I also encouraged my congregation to make personal sacrifices in their daily lives, urging them to give up certain comforts or luxuries to demonstrate their dedication to the marine realm. These sacrifices were presented as acts of penance and devotion, but they also served to strengthen, that is, my connection to the queen by aligning their collective energy with her desires. As part of maintaining my powers, I will organize frequent gatherings by the shore during significant lunar events. These gatherings involved chanting, dancing, and invoking the queen's name in unison. The congregation was led in collective prayers that called upon the ocean's energy for healing and guidance. However, these gatherings also served as a way to absorb the emotional and spiritual energy of my followers, which were to fortify my abilities. To be able to deepen their commitment and loyalty, I had to make it a point to make sure that they would not be influenced by others in their various homes. So, I began to preach about the dangers of secular beliefs and emphasized that only through devotion to the rituals and belief system that I had given them was the only way to the truth. By doing so, it created an environment where members felt compelled to sacrifice their relationships with non-believers of our mission and dedicate themselves entirely to what I was teaching them. This brings me to my second lesson I want to put across. You see, any religious body that tells you to abandon your fellow human beings simply because they are not in the same faith with you, please be very careful. Sit down with yourself and analyze your life in general and see if doing that resonates with your inner man and not what someone has told you. The reason is that this universe is really big. What you see with your eyes and what you cannot see. And I must say that man on this planet or in this realm is here to learn and elevate our inner being. This is what others call it consciousness. You need to learn and elevate this being inside of you. It is when God said, "I stand at your door and knock." Again, he said, "Your body is my temple, keep it holy." You see, there is these beautiful chapters in the Bible where Jesus said in John chapter 10 verse number 34 that, "Is it not written in your law that I said you are gods?" Here, Jesus was quoting from Psalm 82 verse 6, which says that, "You are gods, you are the sons of the Most High." This is one thing I find very sad amongst Christians and some of the religions out there. It is always about my pastor said this, my pastor said that. And it is not about his or her own personal experience with the God that he or she claims they are working with. If it happens that way, you are not living. It doesn't matter how well you felt when you listened to your pastors and all those people. I want to emphasize this to whoever will get the chance from your platform to listen to me, that you need to have your own personal experience with the Creator. And this Creator deals with each and every one differently. I am not saying don't go to church. But you go there and you listen what the pastor says, you will have to come back home and do the practical. It is only after you have done the practical aspect of knowing yourself and the God that you believe in, that you can say God is speaking to me or not. That is why the pastors are milking the church members. Because they don't want you to know the truth. Nobody is to go to your Father on your behalf. You can dine and communicate beautifully with your Heavenly Father in your own way. That is how come I was able to manipulate all the people that came to me. Because they were not ready to learn the truth. And even if you tell them the truth, they will never agree to it. I know I have done so many wrong things to people, but if I am able to tell just this truth to whoever is willing to listen, I will be happy. My heart will be at peace one day. You also possess every gift and power that you think your pastor has. You just need to work on yourself and be right with your Maker, and see if he will not show you visions and things your pastors have been seeing. I am telling you because I have been there, done it like they are doing it. And during this period, I never wanted anyone to know the underlying truth, which is you don't need any man before you know your own Father. I must say that some are really doing the work genuinely, but from where I was coming from, there are a lot who are like me right now parading themselves as being sent by the Most High. Before I go to what happened to me and the church, I want to give you all something that you can start using to start the journey ahead of you. I am not going to tell you to use this oil, herb, or whatever. You only need yourself, because you are the exact image of the Supreme Being. You are very powerful just like your Father. When you are alone in your closet, room, or any quiet space, you can begin by asking your inner soul who really you are. It is not by asking on your lips, this you have to do it deep within your soul. And when you continue and do this diligently, you will realize sometimes, you will start to see certain glimpses of the answers you need in your dreams when you sleep. Sometimes too, it will come like a thought. When you are very sharp in the spirit realm, you will realize that, as soon as you ask these questions, your own soul will start giving you answers. Sometimes they will come like flashes. If you build yourself, you can even know that if I step foot outside today, it might not be well for me. Because your spirit will be in tune with its source, which is the Most High. Like I said, I have been in the other side and I know what it takes to do some things. And I have also been in the faith. Now I am working on myself, seeking my own form of redemption. But I promise you, if you can start on your own, you will see where your life will be. Let me get back to my story, my brother. You see, as time went on, I came to find myself increasingly entwined in a web of manipulation and control over my congregation. That is exactly what the pastors do. It is all mind games and control. What began as acts of devotion transformed into a cycle of dependency where members felt compelled to prove their loyalty through greater sacrifices to me. It got to a time, and while I experienced moments of immense power and clarity, I also grappled with guilt and doubt about the true nature of my relationship with the Queen. I began questioning whether I was genuinely serving her for her own hidden agenda or if I was merely perpetuating a cycle of sacrifice that would lead to unforeseen consequences for myself and those I had sworn to guide. In this delicate moment of balance between power and responsibility, I was standing at a crossroads, facing a choice that could either solidify my bond with the Marine Queen or shatter the very foundation of faith I had built within my community. Finally, after weeks of thinking and asking questions about myself, the Queen, and even the sacrifices I have done with these people, I had a vision where she appeared angry. In the vision, she told me that it is time for me to meet her in person. This was after I had refused to go through with certain rituals that I was supposed to do. I didn't do them because I didn't have a clarity on what I was doing anymore. That day in the vision, she said to me to remember, when I step into the realm I must approach with humility and respect, ready to accomplish any task I was going to be given. Where I got the sense that something might go wrong was when she told me that the ocean is both a sanctuary and a force of nature. It can be your ally or your adversary. That was my wake-up call. I felt I needed someone to talk to about this whole thing. But I couldn't come to terms of letting other person know of my secret. With these final words echoing in his mind, I sought out a plan to break free from whatever I had gotten myself involved with. Honestly, that was when I remembered I had someone greater than anything in this world. I spent days in prayer and meditation indoors. I never stepped foot outside of my room for almost 2 weeks. I had one young pastor who I asked to conduct service. After those days of being indoors, I went to the church for one evening service. They were not even aware I was going to be there. After they finished praying, I got up and for the first time, I didn't stand on that pulpit. I didn't want to have anything to do with her anymore. I came close to the congregation for discussions about faith, healing, and responsibility, instilling in them the importance of personal empowerment. That was the first time I felt like I really doing me. Brother, the truth is that I have gone through a lot after I took this decision. But I was determined that, even if I was going to lose my life, I wanted to be right with my Maker. The day finally arrived when I would meet the Queen face to face. I decided to go and end it all with her. Honestly, I do not know how I got that courage in the first place. As soon as I got to the seashore that night, it was actually under a full moon, I felt a surge of this big light that was coming towards me. And all of a sudden, it was as if something in the light was pushing me to return back home. My brother, I honestly don't know what I have done for God to love me this much. Because I don't know what was going to happen there, and I really sometimes do not believe it was myself that took the decision to go to the seashore in the first place. You see, that is how come we do not meet in that old building again. Someone will say that it is nothing. But for me, even though prayers have been said by many pastors, I believe I still want it to be there to serve as a reminder to me. The time in my life that I made a wrong decision in my life. And the mercies of the good Lord that delivered me. But it took me more than 4 to 5 months and I didn't step foot in the church. It was the other pastors that were meeting with the congregation. Even now, I feel I am not worthy of standing in front of my members. That is why I decided to let one pastor take over from me. So now I only talk to them once in a while, but I am not the main pastor anymore. Through this journey, I have discovered that true power lies not only in performing miracles but in empowering others to find their own strength. And that is what I seek to do going forward.
Don't forget to please subscribe, share and like our videos. Kindly hit the notification bell so you will be the first to get notification to our videos when we upload. Indeed, I will start by saying that life and the very essence of this precious gift is not about how well or how much money you were able to acquire. Nor it is about how influential you becoming in this material world. But then, it is about how much of positivity you affect people. How much love you show your fellow human being, which is the nature of the creator of this very universe. I say this to say that, true value or meaning of having power is not how many miracles you have been able to perform. It is not about how much money you have in your account. You don't need to go to any deity or embrace any dark force before you can manifest your power. The God that created you is having it in abundance the power to do all things. So, if you so need it, go back to your source. But like I always say, we are only here to warn our brothers and sisters about the ways of the evil one amongst even the children of God. It is also not to suggest that any pastor or prophet out there doing his work is of the evil one. But this is to tell you to be careful when you are going to such places. Be smart and read in between the lines. Let your inner intuition talk to you about places that you go. Please let us hear your thoughts in the comment section. Yes, just as we are here to share with ourselves what is going on out there, we do bring these conversations with you, our family members, to help our innocent brothers and sisters to realize what is happening out there, that they do not have any idea about. I just hope that we honestly take the important lessons from these stories to better our lives and decisions. Stay blessed and be safe. Thanks for being a part of this growing family. Kindly share your thought with us in the comment section below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, like and share.